Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Sunday. Is there a time when sadhana is not sadhana anymore? Is there a time when sadhana, spiritual discipline, is not sadhana anymore, but it's a natural part of your life? It's no longer sadhana. When sadhana is no longer sadhana. And when sadhana becomes a joy, absolute joy. What is the secret there? Let's begin with the idea of ego. I've been telling you that the true sadhana is following the ego, right? Observing the ego. Moving the ego from darkness, where it's ignorant, to full of light, where it begins to become aware of its nature in the space. Do you know that your I doesn't really exist? That you, all the things that you think you are the knower, you are the knowledgeable one, you are the contracted one, you're the one who nobody likes, you're the one with your back against the wall. Do you know that that I is an illusion only, and it doesn't exist? I call it a phantom. It only seems to exist, but it doesn't exist. Well, if the I doesn't exist, what exists? Because we know that we have a consciousness of self. If this I doesn't exist, this ego doesn't exist, then what exists? What is the result of this feeling of I that I have inside me? This I and mine. This feeling of possessiveness, of individuality. Then what is this? What is this feeling? Where is it coming from? This notion, this idea. Where is it coming from? The divine, of course. It is the divine that is in me, and it is the divine that portrays as an ego. Only the divine exists. And when the divine begins to shine in and through your space, then you begin to feel that you don't exist. But the divine exists. Why do you think I say in my prayer, I pray to be aligned to divine will through the human experience? Why do you think I say that? Because then it brings me into awareness that I doesn't exist, only divine will exist, only divine exists. And when you have that consciousness, you see the divine in the whole play. It is the divine in the enemy, so-called enemy, the divine in the friend, the divine in the plant, the divine in the animal, the divine in the wife, in the husband, in the child. It's only the divine. That is when sadhana becomes a joy. So how does it happen? What are the mechanics behind it? How does it happen? It happens, before I go to that, do you know that we have this feeling of loneliness, aloneness, disconnection? How does that happen? You know why a room remains dark? Darkness doesn't exist really. Do you know why the room exists? Looks dark? Because there is no light. When you turn on the lights in the room, where's the darkness? It never existed. Darkness is the absence of light. Ignorance is the absence of truth. So when you are lacking contact with the divine, when you are lacking that connection with the divine, when you feel lonely, you feel alone, you feel a victim, or you feel victor, as a victor, that doesn't exist. It's a darkness. We need to turn on the light. We need to become aware of the God within. We go praying to all kinds of things on the outside. All kinds of icons, all kinds of the book, the statue, the rules. That is not who the divine is, or what the divine is. The divine is a power that moves your being, that moves your mind, that is behind your mind, that inspires your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. The divine is there. Without electricity, a fan cannot work. All the electrical appliances cannot work. The electricity is what makes it work, not the hardware. This body, what makes it work? It's the prānas that makes it work. Without a prāna, it cannot exist. Where is the prāna coming from? The divine. Where is the prāna coming from? Within your own being. At the center of your own being, the prānas flow. So when you make contact with the prānas, the energy, you are making contact with God. Does God have a form? No. God is in every form. Namostvanataya sahasramurte. God is in every form. I bow to that God is in every form. That's what it says. Namostvanataya sahasramurte. I bow to that infinite one who is in every form. So when you make contact with that God inside of you, that is when sadhana becomes a joy, because the energy does the sadhana. We call it kriya. The energy does the sadhana. When the energy is awakened within you, she does the sadhana. You think you are doing the sadhana? No. That's ignorance. She is doing the sadhana. She did all my sadhana. I cannot say that I did sadhana. I just connected with her inside and allow her to speak, allow her to open up my love channel, allow her to energize my body. That's what I do every day. When I sit for meditation here, I allow her to energize every part of me. She's the doer. I'm simply an instrument. She is the only thing that exists within me. You think I exist as Vasudeva, some being that you see? No, there's no Vasudeva here. There's only the divine. That's what Baba Muktananda gave me the name, Vasudeva. Vasudeva means the light, the divine light that dwells in all. What a wise being. He closed his eyes, lifted his head back, and then offered me that name, Vasudeva. That's how I feel. Only the divine exists within me. So when you make contact with the divine, sadhana becomes an absolute joy. Energy work in the consciousness becomes an absolute joy. Channeling prānas through the body and into the space becomes absolute joy. We need to make contact with the God. Pray until you can make contact. Meditate until you can make contact. Open the heart until you can make contact. Sing until you can make contact. Do everything until you can make contact. But making contact is important. Make the contact. Make the contact. That is where sadhana becomes a joy. That's when sadhana doesn't become sadhana anymore. God does the sadhana for you. The divine Shakti does the sadhana for you. The divine energy. Wouldn't you like that? And that's why the pure-hearted Guru is important. The Guru who was lifted to that state, and there are always Gurus in the world in that state, of the zone, of transcendence, of beyond the ego. We chant it in the Guru Gita, Bhavatitam Trigunarhetam. The Guru is beyond the gunas and the mental conditioning. The Guru makes it possible. I went to India totally frustrated, depressed. But when I went into the Guru's abode, the Guru's ashram, oh my God, I came out differently. Within days, my life changed dramatically. I spent a whole year when I was 20 in frustration and searching and looking. But within days in the Master's ashram, oh wow, the light came. It made all the difference when the divine light was turned on in me through the grace of the Masters. It can happen to you. But you know the story, right? If you're trying to make a wood fire and you have wet wood what will happen? You dry the wood out properly, and it will catch fire right away. So the drying the wood is the sadhana that we need. We need to make ourselves ready and receptive, and then it will happen. So when you come in the ashram, I give you time to do that, to dry the wood, to become more ready and receptive. And then when you come to this space, the fire will happen. So all those of you who are deciding to come and join me, dry the wood, make yourself ready and receptive, and this space will set a fire in your soul. It will set a fire in your soul and will take you further along the evolutionary journey of the chakras. So this is where I'll stop my Sunday talk today. Make contact with the divine. It's absolutely essential. And every day you spend in this space to do that is worth everything you could think about. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.